Ladies and gentlemen, there's a story inside each of us unfolding moment by moment, chapter by chapter. And the most incredible part, you're not just a character in this story, you are the main character. Life has a way of pulling us in countless directions. Expectations from others, comparisons, and external noise can make us forget the simple truth. You are the author of your journey. No one else can write this story but you. Every one of us is a masterpiece, crafted with a unique combination of strengths, experiences, dreams, and even imperfections. Yet, in a world that often pushes us to conform, it can be easy to forget this truth. Embracing your individuality is not just about recognizing what makes you different, it's about celebrating it. It's about owning who you are unapologetically. From the moment we are born, society begins shaping its expectations of us. It tells us how we should look, how we should think, and even how we should live. These expectations can create a mold, a framework that, if we're not careful, can box us in and limit the person we were truly meant to become. But here's the truth: you weren't born to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be. You were born to shine in your own light with all the quirks, passions, and aspirations that make you uniquely you. To embrace your individuality, you must first let go of the fear of judgment. It's human nature to seek validation. But when we rely too heavily on others' opinions, we risk losing ourselves. Understand this: the world doesn't need another copy of someone else. It needs you. It needs your perspective, your creativity, your voice. When you lean into your authenticity, you not only liberate yourself, but you also give others permission to do the same. Think about the people who inspire you most. Chances are they're not people who followed the crowd or silenced their true selves to please others. They're the trailblazers, the visionaries, the ones who dare to be different. And that difference is what makes them stand out. You too have that same power within you. Embracing your individuality doesn't mean you won't face challenges. It means standing firm in who you are, even when it's uncomfortable. It means choosing to honor your values and passions over the need to blend in. And most importantly, it means realizing that your uniqueness is your greatest strength. So as you navigate your journey, remember this: you were designed for a purpose only you can fulfill. When you embrace your individuality, you align with that purpose, bringing light and meaning not only to your life but to the lives of others. The world doesn't need perfection, it needs you. Adversity is a universal experience. It comes in many forms: a sudden loss, an unexpected setback, or a challenge so steep it feels insurmountable. But within every challenge lies a profound opportunity for growth. Overcoming adversity isn't just about surviving tough times, it's about emerging from them stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Life is rarely a straight path. It twists and turns, often leading us to places we never anticipated. While these moments of struggle can feel isolating, they are a part of the human experience. What sets individuals apart is how they respond. Adversity can either define you or refine you, but the choice is yours. The first step in overcoming hardship is shifting your perspective. Challenges, while painful, are often life's greatest teachers. They reveal your inner strength, teach you about perseverance, and help you discover qualities within yourself you didn't even know existed. Think about the times in your life when you faced difficulty. Chances are those moments didn't break you, they built you. They may have been uncomfortable, but they shaped the person you are today. One of the keys to facing adversity is maintaining a sense of hope. Hope doesn't mean ignoring reality or denying the pain of the moment. It means believing that better days are ahead and that the current challenge is temporary. When you hold on to hope, you give yourself the strength to keep moving forward, one step at a time. Another essential tool is resilience, the ability to adapt, bounce back, and keep striving despite setbacks. Resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you cultivate. It's built through practice by confronting fears, embracing failure as a stepping stone, and leaning into the support of loved ones when needed. Overcoming adversity also requires you to be kind to yourself. In moments of struggle, it's easy to fall into the trap of self-blame or self-doubt. But growth is never linear, and progress isn't always immediate. Allow yourself grace as you navigate the storm, and remember that even small victories are worth celebrating. Ultimately, adversity is not an endpoint, it's a bridge to something greater. It teaches you to trust yourself, to keep going when the road gets rough, and to appreciate the beauty on the other side of the struggle. When you rise above hardship, you don't just overcome it, you transform it into a source of strength and inspiration for the rest of your journey. Life is a series of choices. From the moment we wake up to the moment we rest, we are constantly making decisions, some small, others monumental. What we often underestimate, however, is the profound impact those choices have on our lives. The power of choice is not just the ability to decide between options, it's the ability to shape our destiny, define our path, and create a life aligned with our true selves. Every choice we make carries a ripple effect. The small, seemingly inconsequential decisions can accumulate over time, leading to transformative outcomes. For example, choosing to spend a few minutes each day on self-improvement or kindness can profoundly impact your character and relationships. On the other hand, the big decisions, career changes, relationships, or pursuing a dream often require courage and clarity, as they can redirect the course of your entire life. The beauty of choice lies in its inherent empowerment. No matter your circumstances, you have the ability to choose your attitude, your response, and your next steps. Even in the face of adversity, where options may feel limited, you still have the power to decide how you will move forward. Will you let the challenge defeat you, or will you choose resilience and growth? But with power comes responsibility. The choices we make are not isolated, they affect the people around us, sometimes in ways we can't immediately see. This is why intentionality is key. When you align your choices with your values, your goals, and your vision for the future, you're not just reacting to life, you're actively creating it. Fear often plays a role in our hesitation to make bold or unconventional choices. What if we fail? What if we choose wrong? These doubts are natural, but they shouldn't paralyze you. The truth is, there is no such thing as a perfect choice. Every decision, even the ones that don't work out as planned, brings with it lessons and opportunities for growth. Ultimately, the power of choice is a reminder that you are not a bystander in your own life. You are the driver, the architect, the author. Every day you are presented with a blank canvas, and each choice you make adds a stroke to the masterpiece that is your life. Choose boldly, choose wisely, and most importantly, choose authentically. Your choices define not just where you go, but who you become. Your story is yours alone, a unique journey that is defined by your experiences, your choices, and your growth. However, in a world that often pushes us to conform, it can be easy to feel disconnected from our own narrative. Owning your story means embracing every chapter of your life, the triumphs, the mistakes, the lessons, and the pain without shame or regret. It is about standing in your truth, accepting your past, and stepping confidently into the future you are creating. We all have moments in our lives that we might wish we could change or erase, mistakes we made, regrets we carry, or times we felt vulnerable or weak. But the truth is, these moments are an essential part of who we are. They don't define us, but they shape us. They are the raw materials from which our resilience, wisdom, and strength are forged. When we refuse to acknowledge these parts of our story, we deny ourselves the power to grow. Owning your story means letting go of the need for approval from others. So often we find ourselves trying to meet external expectations or live up to the image others have of us. We become so focused on how we are perceived that we forget to focus on how we perceive ourselves. But when you own your story, you no longer seek validation from the outside world. You no longer apologize for who you are or for where you've been. You stand tall in your truth and know that your worth is not determined by others' opinions or judgments. The power of owning your story lies in the freedom it brings. When you fully accept who you are, flaws and all, you stop seeking perfection and you start living authentically. You realize that every part of your journey is essential to the person you are becoming. Your story isn't something to hide or regret, it's something to be proud of. It's yours and it is powerful. So embrace your story in its entirety. Let it empower you to live boldly and authentically. And remember, the most incredible part of your journey is that you are the one writing it. A legacy is not something that happens by accident. It's a deliberate, purposeful creation that begins with the choices you make today, the impact you have on others, and the way you choose to live your life. While many think of legacy as something reserved for the famous or the wealthy, the truth is that each of us has the ability to create a legacy. Your legacy is the sum of your actions, the values you uphold, and the way you make others feel. It is the mark you leave on the world, whether through your family, your work, or the way you inspire others to live their own authentic lives. Creating a legacy starts with clarity of purpose. What do you want to be remembered for? What kind of impact do you want to have on the world around you? Often we get caught up in the busyness of life, focusing on immediate tasks and short-term goals. But in the grand scheme of things, it's the deeper, more meaningful intentions that define our true legacy. Take time to reflect on what matters most to you. What values, causes, or people do you want to champion? By grounding your life in purpose, you ensure that your actions are aligned with the legacy you wish to leave. A key element of creating a legacy is being intentional with your time and relationships. The way you treat others, the kindness you offer, the support you give, these small but significant actions add up over time. The legacy you leave is not just about monumental achievements, it's about how you make others feel and the influence you have on their lives. Often it's the quiet, everyday acts of love and compassion that leave the deepest marks on the hearts of others. Legacy also involves passing down wisdom and knowledge. What have you learned from your life's experiences that can help others? It's about sharing your lessons, whether through mentorship, storytelling, or examples, so that others can stand on your shoulders and carry the torch forward. A powerful legacy isn't just about what you accomplish in your lifetime. It's about empowering others to carry on what you've started, to build upon it, and to continue making a difference long after you're gone. Creating your legacy requires you to be authentic and true to yourself. It's not about what society expects of you or living up to other people's standards. It's about living a life that reflects your deepest values and passions. So that when you look back, you can say, I lived with purpose. I lived with integrity. In the end, your legacy will not be measured by what you own, but by the lives you touched, the love you shared, and the example you set. Your legacy is your gift to the world, and it begins today.